English audio is provided by a text-to-speech software.
こんにちは、ともです。英語は苦手なので、音声読み上げソフトを頼っています。それではどうぞごゆっくり。
The story begins in deep snowy mountains. More than 70% of Japan's land area is mountainous, with very little flat land. This makes it difficult to get around due to poor transport links. Horse-drawn carriages were not used as a means of transport and people traveled mainly on foot. In mountainous areas, the higher the altitude, the lower the temperature and the more likely it is to snow. This is the scene where the protagonist is in focus. A charcoal hut is shown and his name is identified as Tanjiro. Look at the kanji characters in his name. It is written like this. The kanji in a Japanese person's name can reveal the role, wishes and historical background given to that person. The presence of the kanji for charcoal in his name and the presence of a charcoal hut suggests that his family has worked with charcoal for generations. The kanji in the middle of his name has multiple meanings. Besides the meanings of controlling and regulating, it also means curing illness. In the scene before Tanjiro leaves for work, Tanjiro says that he wants to feed everyone on New Year's Day. New Year's Day is an important event in Japan. Especially in the Taisho era, where this story is set, New Year's Day was the birthday of the whole family. It was only after 1950 that individual birthdays began to be celebrated. In addition, during this period Japan used a different calendar to that used today, so New Year's Day was around the present day in February. What kind of person is this person who stopped Tanjiro on his way home and told him to stay the night because he was in danger? Listen to my guess. The person lives in a remote house. He has a keen eye, fears for Tanjiro's safety and warns him that diamonds will appear. Umbrellas are scattered throughout the house. From the above, it can be assumed that this person was formerly a samurai. The story takes place in the Taisho era, a time when there were no samurai. Samurai were active until the Edo period, followed by the Meiji and Taisho periods. The samurai had a broad-based status system, and low-status samurai lived in poverty. Samurai worked not for money, but out of a sense of duty to protect the people. And when the status of a samurai ceased, some lived as school teachers or swordsmanship teachers, while many others worked as umbrella makers. It can be inferred that this person is now an ex-samurai, in that he is a person who works as an umbrella maker, but is aware of the existence of diamonds and is concerned for Tanjiro's safety. At this time in Japan, in order to make the most of small rooms, a small table was provided for one person at mealtimes. There was also a custom known as hakozen, where each family member had a box containing his or her own tableware, which served as the dining table. The box was for that person alone, and the tableware was also exclusive to that person. Meals for guests were served on crockery specially designed for them. Even today, in traditional Japanese hotel or ryokan, a small table for one person is sometimes placed for meals. In addition, Japanese families still have the custom of preparing their own personal tableware, so when you stay with a Japanese family, your host family will provide you with your own tableware. However, this own tableware is limited to Japanese food. Western tableware is not individually owned, but shared by the whole family. The story develops rapidly. Nezuko becomes a demon and the demon slayer Tomioka appears. Then Tanjiro's hair is cut. In Japanese anime, hair is often cut by someone else or characters cut their own hair, which is a metaphor for change. In the future, when you see characters cutting their hair in Japanese anime, pay attention to the changes in the characters. Can you see the inscription on the sword? These kanji are very cool. The characters mean kill and destroy bad demons. In areas where kanji characters are used, such as Japan, there is a custom of combining important meanings and cool words into 4 kanji characters. Here is an enlarged version of this kanji so that you can see it better. When Tanjiro cried and begged for Nezuko's life, Tomioka scolded him. "Don't give someone else the right to have one," he scolded Tanjiro. What rights did Tomioka urge him not to give to others? The word is expressed in 4 kanji. Here they are. The first demon slayer to appear before Tanjiro was named Giyu Tomioka. Let me explain his name. His family surname means a hilly area blessed with wealth and is often found in Japanese place names. Data show that approximately 250,000 Japanese people have the family surname Tomioka, ranking 753rd in terms of number of people. His name, Giyu, also means to act courageously and righteously, not for profit, but for the good of the people. Now, let's look at the kanji in his name.